welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. As you saw in the title, I'm going to go over my week 1 Mounjaro update. So let's get into it. I'm first going to say that I was prescribed this medication by my doctor. I have insulin resistance, and one of the benefits of taking this medication is I would lose weight. So I'm just prefacing my whole video with that. If you are interested in this medication, please talk to your doctor. I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice, so don't come at me. Anyway, I want to say that I think I had the results that I have because of my diet. I started my diet before I started Mounjaro. And if you've been following my shorts, you know that I'm on the animal-based / carnivore diet. It is a diet that is working really, really well for me and my husband. It's something that has been sustainable so far, and both of us really enjoy it. I don't know how long we're going to be doing it, but we'll see. So when I decided to take Mounjaro, a big part of it was because I needed to lose drastic amounts of weight. I mean, I was looking at getting bariatric surgery. That's how much weight I needed to lose. I just really don't like, 1, needles. 2, I'm not a big fan of surgery. I don't think anybody is. And I really wanted to give it my best shot before not throwing in the towel, because it's not an easy thing to go through. Bariatric surgery is not the easy way out. You have to completely 360 your life. And in some ways it is harder because you can only be on liquids for a certain amount of time. So before I threw in the towel, so to speak, and decided to do bariatric surgery, I wanted to do every single thing possible before getting there. So I knew that meant an overhaul on my diet. I knew that meant that I needed to get serious about my exercise, and I knew that I needed a medication to help me get started. This is not something that I'm going to take long term. This is a short-term medication, and by short term, I mean 6 to 12 months. Long term means forever, in my opinion. So take that information with what you will. But I started the medication last Tuesday because I wanted to see if this was it for me, if this is something that was going to work. So before doing this medication, I did a lot of research. I talked to my doctor back in December about this medication, and I said, you know, I really just want to wait. I need to talk to my husband about it, see what his feedback is, and also do my own research. And after looking into it, watching tons of videos, tons of shorts, tons of shorts, and tons of internet research about this medication, I decided that I needed to suck it up and I needed to try it. My biggest factor for me not wanting to do this medication is because I'm scared of needles. I am petrified of needles. I have 1 piercing, okay? I have 1 tiny tattoo. That's it. That's all I have, because I'm terrified of needles. How I have 3 kids and got an epidural with all 3 of them, I don't know. I guess when you're in pain, you don't care anymore. So anyway, so I called my doctor. We made an appointment. We went over everything. She went ahead and put in the prescription. And even though she put the prescription in, it still took me a while to go get it because I was that scared. So I went ahead and I decided to go ahead and do it. And when I got the medication, the pharmacist went over everything with me on like how to inject it, blah, 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 blah. And my husband, he already was like, I'll do it for you so you don't have to worry about it. And I was like, okay. But then I decided that night that I needed to be the one doing it. This is my journey. I need to suck it up. If I'm going to do this, I need to do it. So I actually gave myself the injection. And to my surprise, I didn't feel anything. The best description that I can tell you of what it felt like is when you haven't worn earrings for a long time and then you go to put an earring in and it kind of like has that pinching sensation. That's what it felt like. So at least for me. It really wasn't that big of a deal. You don't even see the needle, which is another big thing for me. So anyway, one of the things that I did notice when I was doing my research was everybody said, not everybody, but a lot of the people that I read about and watched videos on, They said, take it at night, a couple hours before you're going to go to bed, because if you're going to have any of the nausea or icky feelings, you're going to be able to sleep through it. Well, I have a 4-month-old baby and I was waking up in the middle of the night with her. So, I actually was blessed enough to say that I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel nauseous. I didn't feel sick. I didn't get the icks. I have been completely fine. So that is a total blessing, because I did not want to feel miserable. And they say it's only for the first day, maybe 2 days that you take it, and then you go back to feeling normal. Anyway, I have been completely fine. So that's great. So I continued on my week as I have been doing in days previous to this, following my carnivore diet / animal-based diet, eating regularly. My step goal is pretty small right now, but I'm hoping to increase it by next month. My goal right now is just to hit 6,000 steps a day. 6,000 steps a day, and try and get outside for at least 8 hours a week is my goal. Unfortunately, I live in an area where you can't see, but it is winter still. So outside activities are very hard to come by right now, especially when you can't go skiing and you can't go, snowboarding. I can't partake in any of those things right at the moment. So anyway, I continued on my week as normal, went to work, dealt with my kids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I stepped on the scale on Friday, because on Friday, that was 1 week of Saturday. That was the 1 week of doing the carnivore diet. And I was shook at those results just from eating carnivore. I mean, I had the medication a little bit at that time, but at that point I had lost 9.4 pounds, which is insane to me. So that obviously made me very excited. I continued on my week. I felt normal. The only side effect, I guess you would say, of eating, or not eating, but of taking the medication is I am so thirsty. I literally have this massive, I have a big head too, but this massive Stanley container that I think everybody has. I drink 3 of these a day. 3 of those a day, filled with water. Water only. Sometimes I'll put a little lemon in there to spice it up a little bit, but because of my diet, I can't have anything else. So I've been chugging 3 of those at minimum a day, sometimes 4. But that's really the only thing that I've noticed as far as like a side effect goes. But that was also really similar to phentermine. Phentermine made me so thirsty. I was so thirsty all the time when I took phentermine. So that was really about it. Anyway, so then this morning I stepped on the scale, and I am officially, from Tuesday to Tuesday, I'm down 15.5 pounds. I can't believe it. I'm spooked. I'm shook. I'm speechless. I was not expecting that. I was expecting between 5, maybe 8 pounds. 15.5 pounds? Are you freaking kidding me? This is just like mind blowing. My mind is blown. And I can only attribute that to my super strict diet and Mounjaro. That's the only thing I can think of. And I know it's the diet too, because my husband's doing it and he has lost a significant amount of weight in 1 week as well. And typically I've lost like water weight, which is about 5 pounds on average. And I've never lost 15.5 pounds in a week, ever in my life, ever. So now I really need to start working out, because I don't want to deal with a lot of loose skin. I already know I'm going to, because that's just kind of the name of the game. When you get this big, unfortunately, and you get down to a normal size, you do end up dealing with loose skin. So I'm going to start my workout routine, Lord willing, on Saturday this week. I'm going to try and dabble in a workout routine. I'm also sleep training my baby right now, so that's going to be beneficial once she is sleep trained, to be able to hit the gym that we have at our house at night. So we'll see what happens, but as of right now, 15.5 pounds down. It's incredible. I'm really speechless. I don't know what to say. I've never lost this much weight in my life in a week. And I've been overweight my adult life, and I've done all kinds of crash dieting and like juicing cleanses and whatever. And the most I've ever lost in a week was 8 pounds. And this is insane to me. And I'm so thankful and I'm fortunate, and I know that. And it's also really crazy to be on this whole journey. And I'm so glad that I have you guys here with me, rooting me on and cheering me on and encouraging me to continue. So that being said, I also will hopefully be getting better audio quality soon. So if you can bear with me, I will be getting better audio. And we'll check in with you guys next week and see what happens. Continue to follow my shorts, like this video, please subscribe if you have not subscribed already and you want to see more about my weight loss journey. I am really excited and I'm very encouraged to continue. This week's goals, again, I am just anticipating between 5 and 8 pounds. I will be so happy between those 5 and 8 pounds. Anything above that, I'll be ecstatic if I can speak. But my goal is between 5 and 8 pounds. I'm also going to continue trying to get outside. We're supposed to have a little bit of a break, and then it's supposed to get snowy again, so we'll see. But I want to hit my 6,000 steps a day and hopefully get outside this weekend and just continue this journey. All right, I will see you in the shorts every day, and if not then, I will see you next week. Bye.